part about all of these activities, it is absolutely free. And one resident says it's nice to see the community come together for a good time.
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's, it's cool that the community has gotten together and all these fun activities to do.
For more information on what other activities are planned for this weekend, you can find this story on actionnews5.com. Jeez, I'm a little jealous of all the folks out there at Tom Lee Park. It looked gorgeous outside. Let's bring meteorologist Maggie McCauley to see if it's going to last much longer.
Yeah, that's right. Nice conditions today. It was a little bit warmer, albeit, but a lot of cloud cover. A lot of us stayed dry throughout really all day long. Some of us, though, if you were in portions of North Mississippi, did see a sprinkle or two. Right now, though, just seeing a lot of cloud cover, no rain in the mid-south. That is all pushed off into portions of eastern Arkansas, those spot showers. And temperatures are in the 80s for most of us, 82 here in Shelby County, a little bit warmer, 86 up in Blytheville. Some of us in the upper 70s, 77 in Selmer, 77 down in Lafayette County as well. Now, rain chances, they will be back in the forecast. If you have any plans for Sunday and then even into your Monday, we're looking at rain chances across the board for the Mid-South, but I don't think everyone's going to be seeing rain every day. So I'll have the chances, what you can expect for the rest of our weekend and for the coming week coming up.
Well, today was dedicated to the 901 becoming healthier, and one very special guest was here in the Bluff City to kick off the Healthier 901 initiative. Action News 5, Sydney Gray went to Shelby Farms Park to catch all the fun.
Be here in Memphis. Healthier 901 is challenging Memphians to lose 1 million pounds in 3 years.
I went through this weight loss journey and I feel so great. So I am excited for an entire community to get that feel-good feeling.
Award-winning TV host and actress Sherri Shepherd co-hosted the first Healthier 901 Fest. Hundreds came out to move their bodies and learn different ways to live a healthier lifestyle. Karen Harrell has lost over 100 pounds and says this initiative came at the perfect time.
So I try to look for those non-scale victories also, like I walked better today, or I didn't need to sit as long, or whatever the case may be. My clothes are fitting differently. So it's not always about the scale. Sometimes it's just about how you're feeling.
Lisa Anderson is a senior Olympian who's earned 50 medals.
I train year round, and I train other people that want to come on board. It's just a lifestyle for me now since I've been retired going into my 6th year, and I just enjoy being active.
When you do move your body, you feel good. So I try to move my body every day. It just helps me to get that energy to start my day, finish the day, and my attitude is a whole lot better also when I work out.
Alexis Post has an autoimmune condition and says what you put in your body is just as important.
The better you eat, the better you feel. So I'm trying my best to stay with it, but it's hard. But I think being here with all these people, the community, it's kind of an inspiration. It's going to really help me stay accountable.
Shepherd shared her own journey to better health and says realizing your why is a game changer.
My why is my son Jeffrey, he's now 18 years old. He's the light of my life. Jeffrey is autistic. And, one of the ways that I stay intentional about my health is I need to be here for him. Nobody knows my son like his mama.
Whether it's fast-paced dance moves to get your heart rate up or simply taking a walk, it's all about doing better together.
You can find someone that you can do this with. It's easier when you have other people.
Sydney Gray, Action News 5.
All right, let's get moving, Memphis. To start your own fitness journey and help the Mid-South lose 100 pounds over the next 3 years, download the Healthier 901 Fitness app to track your progress. You can find a link on our website at actionnews5.com. In other news tonight, Memphis police is investigating the shooting of a 17-year-old. Officers found the victim just before noon on Bickford Avenue by North 3rd Street. The victim was taken to a local hospital where they remain in critical condition. Police have 2 individuals detained, but no other suspect information at this time. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers 901-528-CASH. 3 days after Category 3 Hurricane Idalia hit Florida, President Biden is surveying the damage with the First Lady. He visits a county where more than half the households started the day still without power. But the president won't be crossing paths with the state's governor on this visit. Tina Kim has the details.
Labor Day weekend, and President Biden is doing an important part of his job, disaster recovery, which he says is needed now more than ever due to the climate crisis. He toured Western Florida, seeing by air and on foot what Hurricane Idalia left behind. Idalia made landfall as a Category 3, the strongest hurricane to strike Florida's Big Bend region since 1896. Damage estimates have soared as high as $20 billion.
Now the storm has passed, and you're dealing with what's left in its wake. And we're not going anywhere, the federal government. We're here to help the state as long as it takes. FEMA and the Small Business Administration are here to help residents.
The president was expected to meet with storm survivors, federal workers, first responders, and tour the community of Live Oak. Biden, though, won't be meeting with Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, after previously telling reporters he would see the governor. This is Biden's first disaster response visit to Florida since DeSantis declared his run for the presidency. A spokesman for DeSantis said, quote, "In these rural communities and so soon after impact, the security preparations alone that would go into setting up such a meeting would shut down ongoing recovery efforts." The head of FEMA said state officials agreed to the president's visit to Live Oak, and there was no previous indication of disagreement with the governor's office. DeSantis did meet with Biden in 2021 when the Surfside condos collapsed, and last year in the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. I'm Tina Kim reporting.
In another disaster zone, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and a congressional delegation are set to tour Maui several weeks after a catastrophic wildfire killed 115 people. Well, so ahead, this Labor Day weekend has many Mid-Southerners traveling on the roads and in the air. How experts say this summer travel season will set new records. But first, parrot heads across the world woke up to devastating news. How the margarita-loving music icon Jimmy Buffett is being remembered today. Beloved musician Jimmy Buffett has passed away. The Margaritaville legend was 76 years old. Overnight, the statement was posted on social media and his website confirming the news, saying Jimmy passed away peacefully on the night of September 1st, surrounded by his family, friends, music, and dogs. He lived his life like a song to the very last breath and will be missed beyond measure by so many. NBC's Joe Fryer has more.
Wasted away again in Margaritaville. For more than half a century, Jimmy Buffett lived what he sang about, proudly building a billion-dollar career around beach bum anthems like Margaritaville. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Cheeseburger in paradise. And cheeseburger in paradise. More than a musician, Buffett embodied a lifestyle. The breezy slacker, happy to waste the day away, barefoot, frozen cocktail in hand. Born in Mississippi, Buffett would find his sound in the laid-back rhythms of Florida's Key West. A counterpoint to the so-called yuppie generation, Buffett's blend of tropical rock found a legion of fans known as parrot heads, flocking to his concerts en masse, dressed in Hawaiian shorts and flip-flops. A Jimmy Buffett song come to life.
I think everybody needs a little escapism. And, you know, a stockbroker or a hedge fund manager, you'd see people coming from work, taking their ties off and putting their Hawaiian shirts over their suits.
Over his career, Buffett sold more than 20 million albums. All that fun in the sun paid off, and not just in record sales. Buffett became a billion-dollar brand, opening Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville restaurants across the U.S., selling books, beers, real estate, popping up in movies, inspiring a Broadway show. All the while, he never lost his laid-back charm, revealing in 2018 his secret to having fun.
It's lucky to have this job. I think the older you get and do it, the more you appreciate it.
Buffett himself once said, "If there's a heaven for me, I'm sure it has a beach attached." Parrot heads the world over know that is the icon's paradise.
Buffett was inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame back in 2006. He was planning to release a new record, even allowing fans to get a sneak peek on Friday on his website. He leaves behind his wife and 3 children. Experts say millions of Americans are set to travel over the holiday weekend. How these numbers are expected to set new records.
This broadcast is sponsored by Best Care Plumbing, Heating, and Air. When it comes to your comfort, you deserve the best. You're watching Action News 5 at 6.
Officials say they are predicting millions of people will travel this holiday weekend, and that's despite hot weather, high gas prices, and crowded airports. The Federal Aviation Administration expects nearly 50,000 flights just on Friday. Here's a look at the final days of one of the busiest summer travel periods on record.
It is a climactic end to a record-breaking summer of travel, with a new survey saying more than half of all Americans expect to travel for Labor Day. At Chicago O'Hare, officials are bracing for a 7% increase in passengers compared to the holiday weekend last year. The TSA says after this weekend, this summer will set a new air travel record with more than 227 million people screened at airports since Memorial Day. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says flight cancellations are going down, but the latest numbers from FlightAware show it is delays that have increased. This summer, more than 25% of flights arrived late by an average of 57 minutes.
This year we have seen significant improvement. That doesn't mean that the system was immune from some tough travel days this year and this summer.
AAA says even still, travelers remain undaunted, booking 4% more domestic trips compared to last Labor Day weekend and 44% more international trips, with destinations like Vancouver, Rome, and London topping the list.
You are seeing flights and trips over to Europe and down to Latin America booming right now, with numbers that are significantly higher than what we saw pre-pandemic.
The crowds also stretched to the roads. AAA forecasts that popular routes like Palm Springs to San Diego and the Jersey Shore to Manhattan will hit peak congestion on Monday. Before this weekend, the average price for a gallon of regular gas flirted with a seasonal record set back in 2012.
Like everything else, it just keeps going up, and it's why I'm meeting my family halfway. I would have driven all the way down to Baltimore and back.
We knew they were going to go up. We knew it, so we filled up before we left Jersey.
Well, Buttigieg says almost 3% of recent flight delays were tied to air traffic control staffing issues. He says his goal is to get that number to 0. All right, Maggie McCullough here now with a check of our forecast.
Yeah, and I know it's Labor Day weekend. A lot of people have events and plans going on, and we did see a nice start to it for our Saturday. Not a lot of us seeing rainfall today. If you are in portions of North Mississippi, though, you could have seen some light rainfall this morning, and then that did push into eastern Arkansas into the afternoon, but most of us stayed dry and just saw a lot of cloud cover throughout our Saturday. Temperatures right now in the 80s across the board. Some of us in the upper 70s, Tunica and Oxford and Corinth all in the upper 70s, but here in Memphis, 82. So we're going to be in the low 80s over the next hour, into the upper 70s as we head into our evening with some partly cloudy conditions. If you do have any evening plans, though, it's looking nice, a little bit warmer, but no rainfall expected until we get to Sunday. So as we head overnight, partly cloudy conditions are going to be the story. Headed into Sunday morning, a lot of us starting off with just a lot of cloud cover, but as we head into the afternoon and evening, that's when we start to see these showers and storms come back into the forecast. Scattered, a lot of us not seeing them. You can see just a few up here, really on portions across the Mississippi River. Again, eastern Arkansas, North Mississippi, that's who's more likely to see those, and those clear out as we head into our evening once again. So a lot like today for our Sunday. Monday, different story though. So we had really 12:30 and on. You can see a little bit more of that coverage within these scattered showers across the Mid-South. So if you do have any Labor Day plans, I keep the umbrella handy, maybe make secondary plans because you could run into a spot shower or two. They won't be lasting all day though, just passing showers. Now this rainfall, where we're looking to see it, as I said before, the majority of those who will see it, portions of eastern Arkansas into northwest Mississippi. That is who's going to be seeing the majority of rainfall over the next 3 days, and they're the ones who need it. Look at this drought monitor across the Mid-South. We are seeing a little bit of a moderate drought again in those same portions who are going to be seeing rainfall as we head over the next 3 days. So rainfall definitely needed in the Mid-South in those areas. Again, 70s expected overnight. Temperatures for tomorrow going to be in the upper 80s. Slight rain chances are expected throughout the day, and they will be on the come up as we head Monday into Tuesday. Just kind of an unsettled weather pattern. That's the story across the Mid-South. Upper 80s Monday to Tuesday, low 90s Wednesday through Friday. We'll see a few cold fronts actually push through the area later into the portions of our next work week, keeping temperatures in the upper 80s by Saturday. And we'll be back with more news and weather coming up after the break.
Double up.
Hoarding all the wands.
Make sure you got all the wand action. Hello, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10.
Yeah, you guys
Is this on? Guys got me? Cool. With all due respect to week 0 and the games played the last 2 days, today college football is really back. The first Saturday with a full slate of games across the sport. Here in the 901, Memphis taking on Bethune-Cookman. That game just started. Post-game coverage coming up tonight at 10. For now, let's take a trip around the Mid-South, beginning in Oxford. Jackson Dart named the starting QB right before the Rebs opener against Mercer. And he might have a new favorite target in Louisiana Tech transfer Trey Harris. First minute of the game, Dart with a strike to Harris, who turns the corner. Bye-bye. First catch, first touchdown as a Reb, 38-yard score, 7-0 home team, and he's just getting started. Bears answer with a 75-yard touchdown on their first play. No matter. Dart to Harris again, who drags his man to the end zone. Second score of the game for him already, 14-7 Ole Miss. Less than a minute later, after Mercer fumbled the kickoff, Dart scanning the field, finds guess who? Harris, who tells all these Mercer defenders, get off me, you get off me, you get off me, into the end zone. Harris, 3 touchdowns in his first 4 minutes as a Reb. He'd add another one later, 4 in his Ole Miss debut. Hotty Toddy rolls Mercer 73-7. The number 12 Vols and their new starting QB Joe Milton kicking things off against Virginia in Nashville. First drive of the game, Tennessee going for it on 4th and 5. Milton going to sway it out to Dylan Sampson in the flat, and he does the rest. The gamble pays off, 9-yard score. It's 7-zip Vols early. Their offense a little sluggish for a bit after that, but eventually got rolling. Second quarter, Sampson back for more. This time running it in from 3 yards out. 4 total touchdowns for Sampson on the afternoon. Milton with 4 of his own. Vols cruise by 36. KJ Jefferson, Rocket Sanders, and the Razorbacks getting the season going in Little Rock against Western Carolina. Arkansas not messing around in this one. First 2 minutes, Jefferson swing pass to Jaden Wilson, who grabs a gear, hits the accelerator, and he is out of here. 65-yard crib call. Razorbacks jump in front 7-0 in a flash. Jump ahead later in the first. They're now up 14-0. First play after a turnover. Jefferson going for it all. It's Isaac Tesla in the end zone for the 31-yard tud. One of 3 touchdowns for KJ in the game. This one never in doubt as well, as Arkansas throttles Western Carolina 56-13. Former Briarcrest and Ole Miss head coach Hugh Freeze back in college football, making his Auburn debut against UMass, and it went well. His squad already up big to start the second half. Going to add to it with this pick 6 going the other way. Auburn victorious in this one to open the season 59-14. And if you're at home watching the Memphis game after this, our guy Doc is on the call for ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
So they're up 7-0 at last check. So we'll have that tonight. Mississippi State and that man Deion Sanders. Whew, what a debut for Colorado today. So we got all that coming up tonight at 10.
Look at Matt. He's so excited. Football is back.
Best time of year.
Final look at our forecast.
Yeah, if you are sitting at home watching the game, we are going to be in the low 80s and then in the mid 70s overnight. And rain chances, well, they're back in the forecast. Keep that umbrella handy.
Yeah, we're working on a lot of stories tonight at 10 o'clock. We hope you join us then. Have a good rest of your evening.
Take the First Alert Weather Team wherever you go. Live radar, hour-by-hour forecasts, everything you need to help plan your day. Download the free First Alert Weather app today. Sponsored by Comfort Dynamics, Heating and Air Specialist. Your comfort is our business.